myself Niranjan Kumar. Today is the first online class. In this class, we will study about cleaning of food. This is the third chapter of science and first of chemistry. In this chapter, we will study about the agricultural activity, how can we get food grains, and the process of separating of different components of the food. At first, agricultural activity. As all we know that many years ago, thousands of years ago, people live in nomadic life. That means they do not know how to grow crops. They move from one place to another in search of food. That means their life is nomadic. But after agricultural activity, people grow crops, especially the grains, food crops. And after starting the agricultural activity, people know how to grow the crops, how can we increase the fertility of the soil. In this chapter, we will know one by one how we can get the crops, we can get food from the crops. The agricultural activity is started after settlement of the life of the people. In this activity, people plants different types of crops, especially in those areas that are located around the river. In this activity, first step is harvesting of crops. Harvesting of crops means the cutting and gathering of crops from the field. That means क्रॉप्स को फील्ड में क्रॉप्स तैयार होने के बाद उसको काटना और जमा करना. दैट मीन्स टू ग्रो द क्रॉप आफ्टर प्रोडक्शन द क्रॉप्स आर रीड कट डाउन एंड गेदर द ग्रेन्स फ्रॉम द क्रॉप्स. दिस प्रोसेस इज नॉन एज हार्वेस्टिंग. हार्वेस्टिंग इज डन बाय टू वेज. फर्स्ट वन इज मैनुअल and second one is mechanical. Manual harvesting is the harvesting is done by man, and in this activity actually man use sickle and other things to harvest the crops, while in mechanical harvesting this activity is done by using of machine. That means tractor that is used to harvest the crops. And nowadays both harvesting and separating of grains is done at the same time. Second one is that threshing. Threshing means after harvesting the crops from the field, we need to separate the grains from the stalks. That means after harvesting, we separate the grains from the stalks, harvested stalks or chaff. This process, that means the process of separating of grains from the chaff, is called threshing. In this process, we use machine, and before sometimes we still use the hands to separate the grains, or animals to separate the grains from the stalk or chaff. But nowadays this is done by machine, by using of machine. So this is the second steps of agricultural activity. Now we will study about the cleaning of food. In this process, as we see that after harvesting, after threshing, some unwanted things, some unusual, some harmful substances may contain in the grains. So we need to separate the unwanted or harmful substances from the grains. That means we should need to clean the food and clean the grains. So in this process we use different types of process, and this process is used on the basis of types of unwanted substances. And in this process, at first process, winnowing is done after threshing. In this process we can separate only the lighter particles from the grains. That means after threshing we can see that some husk may contain the grains. This husk is removed from the grains or separate from the grains by the process of winnowing. In this process grains are dropped from certain heights, and after dropping the grains we can see that the light particles like husk from the grains is moved away or carried away some distances by wind. We can also use some machines to separate or to remove the husk from the grains. So this is the first process of cleaning of food, cleaning of grains. So winnowing is used to remove lighter particles like husk from the grains, and this is done by using machine, or we can also done it by dropping of grains from certain heights, and with the use of wind or machine we can separate the grains from husk. Second process is hand picking. Hand picking is a common method, general method that is used at our homes, and this is daily life activities as before cooking of rice, pulses. We can see that females at our homes separate some particles from the grains. That means stones or soil particles can be separated from the grains, but this depends on the size or color of the particles. That means we need to separate the lighter bigger particles like stones from the grains, and hand is used, that means हाथ से हम लोग उसको अलग करते हैं stones को. And second most thing, remember things that we should also this process is also depend on the quantity or amount of the harmful substances. If the harmful substances is equal to grains or more than grains, that then it is very difficult to separate them by hands. It needs a lot of time. So this process depends on the color, size and quantity of the substance or harmful substances. Next one is that sieving. Sieving is also used at our homes or construction sites, as we can see that before making of chapati, the female sieve the flour of wheat. That means in this process the two particles that have different sizes are separated by the using of sieve. Sieve is a equipment or substance. Sieve is just like equipment that is used to separate two or more substances having different size. As for example, grains that is at construction sites, sands are separated from pebbles or gravels. At our homes, flour of wheat is also sieved. That means chaff is separated, or other substances can be separated from the grains by the using of sieve. This process is known as sieving. Second one is sedimentation. Next one is sedimentation. Sedimentation is also used to separate different components, but this process is only used when two or more substances that have different properties, that means one substance should be settled at the base of container to separate them. So sedimentation means settling down of heavy substances at the base of container, and this is done to remove or separate the soluble substances from insoluble substances or heavy substances from the mixture of water or any soluble substances. As for example, if we need to separate sand from sugar, salt, we can use this process to separate sand from salt, but it needs another method. But means sedimentation is only settled down of the base of any substance. After then, we need to transfer the liquid. As for example, if we want to separate pulses or husk particles from the grains like pulses, so at first pulses is put down in the water, then pulses that is heavy particles is settled in water, and the jar or other lighter particle that float on the water. Then the water is poured out, that means the lighter particle that contains in the pulses should be separated from the pulse. So sedimentation is used by the grains to separate the lighter or heavier particles. One particle should be lighter and other particle should be heavier. Now filtration. Filtration method is also used at daily life practice. As for example, we can see that after making tea, liquor, the female or any person separate the tea leaves from the liquor by the process of filtration. In this process, filter paper can also be used, or as for example, filter paper can be used to separate the soluble substances or very minor particles from another particles. Filtration method is also used by the using of filter paper, a strainer, or any other cloth. Lighter cloth, that means cotton cloth, should be also used. As for example, we can use that in some shops of the seeds. The creams is separated from water or milk by the using of cloth. At our homes, tea leaves is separated from the liquor tea by the using of a strainer, or in laboratory or in schools or any other institution, we can use that filter paper. So filter paper is also used, and common use that filter is also used to separate sands or any other impurities from the water. So filtration is used to separate one particles from another particles by the using of cloth, filter paper, or a strainer. As for example, in filter we use candles. The candles has very minor, very small pores that is used to pass the water, and other substances that contains in water is not passed through the candles. So filter is used to clean the water, to separate undesirable harmful substances present in water, and in this way water is purified by the using of filter. filter paper can be also used, and simple activity that filtration method we can also use different layers like sand, gravels, charcoals to separate waters. This is also used in olden time, and when the filter paper or any other filter equipments are not present, were not present. Next one is evaporation. Evaporation is used to separate some substances, like we can get salt from seawater. So in this process, that means by the process of evaporation, we can separate sugar from salt water. So in this process, water from sea is collected in a small ponds, shallow small ponds, and water that gets evaporated, and the salt remains at the base of pond. So water is separate from the salt. That means salt can be obtained from seawater by the process of evaporation. So these are the simple methods that we use at our homes, in our daily life, or in our schools. And some substances may need 2 or more processes. As for example, if we want to separate sand and sugar both have same size, and but therefore nature are different. So we can separate them by 2 methods. That means they are not separated by a single method, as both have same size. So we cannot use to separate by hand picking. We cannot separate them by single process. Both are of same size, but we can separate them by using 2 methods. As for example, if we want to separate salt or sand, sugar or sand, then at first we put the mixture of sugar and sand in water. That means we need to another container. We need to glass or any container and water. So at first mixture is put into water. As we know that sugar is soluble in water and sand is insoluble in water. So when we put the mixture in water, the sugar gets dissolved in water and sand will settle at the container. Then by the process of decantation, that means the sugar or water that mixed together will transfer into another container without disturbing of sand. That means sand is left in the container and the solution of sugar and water is transferred into another container. Then sugar is also obtained from the water by the process of evaporation. That means we can separate sugar from the sand by the process of sedimentation and decantation and evaporation. Then two methods are used to separate them. So some other examples are also, some other mixtures can also be used to separate by 2 or more processes. So some substances cannot be separated by single method. So 2 or more methods can be also separated. At last, why do we need to separate the components, 2 or more substances? What are the meaning? उसका यूज हम लोग कहाँ पे करते हैं, क्यों हमें अलग करने की आवश्यकता होती है? तो दे आर बेसिकली 3 पर्पस, 3 things, 3 main purpose to separate the different components, 2 or more components. First one is that to get useful substances from the mixture. That means if we not separate the stone from the grains, pulses arise, then it can be harm us, it can cause the tooth decay or any other harmful substances can also be harmless. So we should separate the useful substance, and second one is to remove the harmful substance. To remove the harmful substance, and some substances may harm us, so we need to separate them. And third one is to get two or more different but useful substances. As for example, we can get cream, we can get butter from the milk. So water is used in different purposes, and rest remaining of the milk can use in different purposes. So churning of milk is used to get cream or butter from the milk, and both are used in different ways. So there are three basic purposes to separate the things. First one is to get useful substance, second one is to remove the harmful substance from the mixture, and third one is to get two or more different but useful substances, to separate two or more useful substances. So these are the basic things that are used in the process of separation. So once again I remind this chapter, the agricultural activity, that means the activity in which we get food from the crops. This process is known as agricultural activity. In this process, first step is harvesting of crops. Harvesting of crops, that means the cutting down of crops and gathering it from the field. After cutting in the field, we gather the crops from the field and store it. That this process is known as harvesting of crops. This process is done by two ways, manual and mechanical. Manual means the harvesting is done by hand by using obstacle or any other equipment, and mechanical means the harvesting is done by the using of machine like tractor. Second process is threshing. Threshing, that means the separating of grains from harvested stock. That means after harvesting the stocks, we need to separate the grains from the stock, and this process, that means separating of the grains from the stock or chaff, is known as harvesting. And harvesting is also done by two ways. It is also done by manual or by machine. In manual process, we can use them by striking the harvested stock over a hard surface, and by machine we can use to separate the stock or grains from the stock by the process of by the using of machine, and that is known as thresher or combined machine. So combined machine or thresher can be used to separating the grains from the stock. And next one is the method of cleaning of food. So this process is used the components, types of or nature of the components. In this process, first step is winnowing. Winnowing is used to separate the lighter particles or husk from the grains. So after harvesting, after threshing, the lighter particles like husk may contain in the grains. These husk particles are separated from the grains by the process of winnowing. In this process, grains are dropped from certain heights. The grains, that is heavier particles, will fall vertically, and the lighter particle, that means husk, will move away from certain distance by the using of wind or any other equipment. Second process is hand picking. Hand picking is a common example, common method that we use at our homes. In this process, the bigger particles and unwanted particles can be separated from the grains, but this process will depend on the components size color of the components and the quantity of the components. That means we can separate the larger particles by the hands, or that have different colors, or the quantity of undesirable substances should not be more. So these are the different, this process is depend on the size, color and quantity of the harmful substances. Second one is sieving. Sieving is also used to separate two but different sizes of the substance by the using of sieve. तो sieve का इस्तेमाल करके हम लोग दो या अलग अलग सब्सटेंस को जिसका साइज अलग अलग होता है उसको हम लोग अलग कर सकते हैं. Sieve means churning. As for example, the sand is separated from pebbles, wheat flowers is separated chaffs or is separated from wheat flour. Next one is sedimentation. Sedimentation method is used to separate the heavier particles from the mixer. In this process, the mixer is put in water. The heavier particle that gets settled at the base of container, and the lighter particle will transfer into another container. That means heavier particle may be separated from the lighter particle by the process of sedimentation. As for example, if we want to separate sand, then sand and other soluble substances, that as for example we can also use it at our homes as pulses. Before cooking of pulses, we need to put the pulse in water. Pulse, that is a heavier particle, will settle at bed, and the other lighter particles like husk will float on the water. Then water is poured out, that means husk will separated from pulse. So this process is used by the process of sedimentation. Filtration method is used to separate the very minute particles that we cannot separate by hand method or any other method. So in this method, filter paper, filter strainer may be used to separate these minute particles. As for example, water is purified by the process of filter. So filter has very minute pores that cannot allow the other substances to pass through them. The water that can pass through the filter, another substance may not pass through them. Simple activity that we use a strainer to separate tea leaves from the tea liquor. After preparation of tea liquor, the tea liquor is poured up on the strainer. The strainer tea liquor is transferred from the strainer, and the tea leaves will remain on the strainer. So tea leaves can be separated from the tea liquor by the using of a strainer. Filter paper is also used to separate, to clean the water, to separate undesirable substances from water. So filter paper is also used for this purpose. Evaporation, that means change of or conversion of water into vapor state on heating. So this process is used to separate salt from water. Seawater. From the seawater we can get salt from seawater. From seawater we get salt by the process of evaporation. Seawater is collected in a small shallow ponds. After sometimes we can see that water gets evaporated due to sunset, and the salt will remain in the ponds. So pond salt can be separated from seawater by the process of evaporation. But some mixtures may need 2 or more process. They do not separate from a single process. As for example, if we want to separate mixture of sugar and sand, so these mixtures cannot be separated by any method. Sugar and sand both have same size. So sugar and mixture of sugar and sand is put in water, and after some time the sand is settled at the base of container, and then the mixture of sugar and water is transferred into another container, and sand is settled at the base of container. Then sugar is also separated from mixture by the process of evaporation. That means the mixture of sugar and sand can be separated by two methods: sedimentation and decantation, and second method is evaporation. At last, what are the main purposes of separating of different components? So there are three main purposes to separate the component. First one is to get the pure substance. Second one is to remove the harmful substance, and third one is to remove two but useful substances. As for example, the stones can be separated from the grains that is harmful to us. We separate the milk butter from the milk. Both are useful, but they are used in different ways. So we can also use them to obtain two or more different substances. In next class, we will find out some problems